My colleague Nidhi Razdan joins us to take us through India's dilemma on Ukraine and contextualize why India abstained at the UN again. Over to you, Nidhi.
Well, Parmeshwar, it's not a surprise that India has chosen to abstain even from this procedural vote that took place early hours of this morning to call an emergency meeting of the UN General Assembly, simply because India has been walking a very, very fine tightrope when it comes to Russia and Ukraine. The fact is that Russia is an old friend of India. India depends a lot on Russia for key defense imports into the country. At the same time, over the last few years, India has grown much closer to the United States and its allies. It is part of a partnership called the Quad with other countries who have similar sort of shared democratic values. So India does find itself caught in a very difficult position, also because the only other countries that have abstained at the UN so far on the Russian issue have been China, which is ironic considering what Chinese aggressions have been happening here in Indian territory, in Ladakh, etc., and the UAE. So India, as the world's largest democracy, is facing a lot of is really under the spotlight, one would say, from Western powers, from the US, from the European Union, on urging India to take a stronger stand on this. But government officials here are very clear that India is only going to act in its own interests, and it cannot afford at this moment to openly take sides on this matter. Although you do see that while India is stopping short of condemning Russia for this invasion of Ukraine, at the same time, the language has shifted slightly, perhaps as global opinion also shifts against Putin, in the way that India has talked about the worsening situation and the need to stop violence in the region. So therefore, we'll have to wait and see whether India takes perhaps a more different approach when the UN General Assembly meets, though at the moment it appears that India will continue to walk that fine balancing act and walk that tightrope once again.
India caught in a difficult position indeed. Thank you so much, Nidhi, for breaking down the details for us.